something that I want to dive into, if you don't mind,
Okay.
can we spend just maybe a couple of minutes talking about this reality right now and
Sure.
the shifts that we are that are happening
Yeah,
at the moment,
yeah.
and from an astrological standpoint,
Yeah.
what's
Well, it's
going
very
on?
exciting, and it's what we've been talking about since forever. Actually, this is the time that so many philosophies, religions, humanity have been talking about, philosophizing about the age. People call it the age of Aquarius. That's astrologically how we describe it, and that was astrologers determined that as when Uranus and Neptune transit into Aquarius, which happened around about 5 to 10 years ago. So not to be too specific, but this is a transitional period. So as we know, anything changing is difficult. It's not an easy process for us to do. So even though we're in transition, we're in this transitional stage, we won't feel grounded in the new reality of the golden age, as some people refer to it also, for maybe 20 years yet. So, we have to give ourselves some breathing space to actually integrate what's going on. It's not a straightforward, easy process. We're going into an era that we've never been before. We're going somewhere that humanity has not experienced before. So I find it really exciting, and I'm watching the changes that are occurring. But I've also done heaps of work on myself, if you like, over the last probably 30 years. I've always had this feeling within me that there's something different going on, that the world was a bit hypocritical, especially religions, and we knew that all the religions were going to sort of be taken down in a way, and you only have to look at the Catholic Church right now and see what's going on. So I feel like we're growing up as humanity, and moving out of the control of religion, moving out of the control of governments also. The grassroots people are starting to make their own choices and have lots of different choices too. And that's fantastic, because, it's the authentic self that we are aiming for. So anyway, I could go on and on, but I don't want to bore you.
I can listen to you forever. Gabby, every time I walk away from our sessions, maybe a couple weeks later, the penny drops, and I'm like, oh my gosh, Gabby said that.
Yeah.
Gabby said that.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, Gabby said that was going to happen. Do these things just come into your mind? Or
well,
what?
I just allow. I allow what is. And today, I knew that we were going to have some differing opinions, and I'm like, how am I going to deal with this? How am I going to approach this? And part of me didn't want to talk to you at all about our differences, but I thought Sheena is able to hear me, and I thought we don't have to agree, and I needed to let you know how I felt about certain things before we could move forward. Anyway, so that's
and that's another thing. You make me feel so safe. Like, we've talked about some personal stuff, and you just honor me for what it is that I stand for, even though we may disagree, and we even come to an agreement at the end that
well, we're not always everyone's on their own little path, and that's what makes us authentic, that we're not going to say what people want to hear just because that's the nice, polite thing to do. I'm just going to say what I think, and what my heart says. And that might be different to you. And that's okay. And you're always dropping bits of advice. Oh, you should listen to this, or you should read that. So not only are you giving me practical information from the cards and from your readings, but you're also sharing the knowledge that you've come across over the last 30 years. And I look forward to learning more about, the references that you've sent me. And so it's an ongoing process. It is. Well, a work in progress.